So welcome again to Military Guna TV, and it's another post match press conference reaction from top of Whitmore. There's a few things, well, a lot of things I've taken out of the press conference, and we're going to go react. I was saying react, but we're going to dissect a little bit on the comments that was made by Mr. Whitmore. But one of the most noticeable one that he said is that we weren't clinical enough. That's one of our biggest problem. We weren't clinical enough, and we look lackluster in the midfield part. So, people, please smash the like button. Those are a few things that I take away from it. But I'm going to go into more things that I said. But smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Military Guna channel for consistent update and regular content on the Reggae Boyz. And you all know, I'm always on the go. So let's get into a few of the things that Mr. Whitmore said. So, first of all, Mr. Whitmore is one win away from equaling Rene Samoy's win record with the Reggae Boyz team. One win away. So that is a plus in Theodore Whitmore's bell, or I would call it his managerial career. A massive plus. No, so he said the Guadeloupe team demonstrated their tactical ability on the pitch, and it is something that we notice. Despite us having more possession, they did display a fairly good enough technical and tactical ability, because, well, mostly a tactical ability, because they adjusted quite so often throughout the game to what we were doing. Now, going forward, these are a few things that we need to address in regards to our reaction, because he said that we didn't react well to the first goal, and I spoke about that on the live stream as well. He said we didn't react well on the first goal. We get eager trying to rush to get the equalizer, in which we should have just settled, calm down, and play the ball around and let the game build momentum, and eventually the goal would have come back to us. But we didn't manage the first goal properly. So that was one of the things that he said. So he said, yes, I read that out. Okay, so he said positives. Defense look really solid. That's a positive. The defense look extremely solid, and going forward, that is something that we can take away. Now it's just for us to solidify the midfield, and I can say that definitely defensive pairing of Liam Moore and Damian Lowe seems to be working extremely well. Yes, the first goal that we conceded a goal, but it was not a goal that we were broken down that we conceded that goal. It was not anything like that. So that he said was a big positive. Now let's move over now to, so he said decision making is a big problem. He said that we have poor decision making in the final third. Poor decision making. He's not talking about the finish as yet, the finishing as yet, He's talking about decision making. When to make that final pass. The power. I could remember clearly when Corberg was breaking wide, tearing down the central area, and the ball didn't come across with any enough strength. And in the same sense, Corberg dragged two defenders with him. And if I think was it Blair Turgott? All he had to do was just dribble and cut across the field with the ball, and that would have been simple. So he said that decision making was quite poor in the game. Then now he judged this performance as a 6 out of 10 performance. This is coming from the coach himself. He said this was a 6 out of 10 performance. 6 out of 10. This is what the coach himself said. 6 out of 10. It's not me. It's not any other panelist or any other analyst. It's Theodore Whitmore himself say that this was a 6 out of 10 performance. Now let's get into the final aspect of things. He said we lack connectivity with the midfield. We lack connectivity with the midfield and the forwards. So I'm quite sure most of you would have known that. The transition from midfield to forward was quite slow. It was too slow. Maybe that is the reason why that is what led to the poor decision-making aspect of things. So the connectivity, that is something that we need to work on. You saw when Flemings came on how he was actually driving forward. But connectivity was a major factor. And I saw that. Most Reggae Boys fans can say that they saw that as well. That connectivity was a problem between midfield. The midfield weren't interchanging. They weren't. These guys weren't playing passes together. Linking up play. We saw a few plays between Tergat and Bell. Yeah, we can say that. But we lack connectivity in the midfield area. Now, the last aspect, and he spoke about it, finishing. He blatantly said that we were not clinical enough. We were not clinical in front of goal. And most of you guys would have agreed with that. There's no way we should be missing so many chances. Big chances at that. We cannot. We just can't afford to be missing all these big chances. It is not like we have the opportunity to say that we are dominating the game like that, so we have a few chances. We can just miss chance as how we feel. No. And definitely, I solely agree with that aspect. Everything that he said, I'm with agreement with it. And also, this is something that shocked me, really shocked me, that in Junior Fleming's Junior Fleming said that in the early goal, we underestimated the team because we know of the quality that we have. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot go into a team and underestimate a team because of your own quality. You cannot approach a game overly confident. You cannot. And so you saw what happened when the first goal scored, as Whitmore, as the coach said, Mr. Whitmore said, that we struggled to try to get our footing back into the game. We struggled. We were trying to rush to get the equalizer, in which he said that we should have just calmed down and play the ball around, and the goal will come naturally because we were naturally a better team. I am a bit worried that we literally had so much possession and we still look disorganized. Now, one of the things that I'm worried about, I'm not sure if most of you know, individually, the players are not playing bad. But on a collective basis, we don't look good. Why? I honestly don't know. So these are my few takes, but the most noticeable one he said that it was a 6 out of 10 performance. That's what he said. And also, 2, we look lackluster. Totally agree with that. We look lackluster. Connectivity in the midfield and the forward line, connectivity with each other in midfield as well. Then no, poor decision making, and last but not least, the clinical edge that we're lacking. We're lacking that clinical edge. And I think Shamar Nicholson definitely have to take a sip, a shot on that one. He needs to take responsibility for a bit of that. I'm not saying it's him alone. He's the only person. No, I'm not saying that. But you can't get so much opportunity. Shamar Nicholson got ackee and saltfish, boiled dumpling, banana, sweet potato, and a slice of pear, with some very cool lemonade with 2 cubes of ice. That is what he got last night for his dinner. That is what he got for dinner, people. Ackee and saltfish, about 2 or 3 boiled dumpling, a decent boat, and that is what he got. And guess what he did with it? He kicked it over. He didn't want it. He did not want it. He did not have his dinner. I have no reason why Shamar Nicholson did not want to eat his dinner. But that's how football is, people. He said that the result is good, but still concerns about the performance. Massive concerns about the performance, people. If there's concerns from the coach, from the gaffer, if there's concerns from the gaffer about performance, as an analyst, why shouldn't I be concerned as well? I should be concerned just the same. I know most of you guys are not concerned. Most of you guys are saying it's a win, and most of you guys are saying they play good. But if the gaffer says they don't play good, I don't think anyone else should say anything other than that. So, people, massive respect. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is the words from the gaffer himself, Theodore Tapa Whitmore, and hopefully, guys, understand where it's coming from and what he's trying to get at. But I honestly understand it. And these are massive. These are big issues that he's highlighting. Smash the like button, people. Military Guna TV. Hopefully, you guys smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well and join the military squad. Massive respect. Military Guna TV people, I am out. Let me close this first. Let me close this first.